Brandon, our son, first got sick in 1990 when he was 18 years old, and it was like a bolt out of the blue. We had no idea there was anything wrong with him at all. We had left to go on a trip over to Europe, and while we were there, he was looking for a job at home for the summer. It was the end of his school year, his freshman year at Dartmouth, and while we were there, we got a call that he was in a mental institution. I saw him acting very strangely. He was jumping up and down. I mean, it was just bizarre. He just felt like there was something missing on the right side of his brain, and he had to keep anything from coming in to take over. And I just knew right then that definitely there was something really wrong with him. Brandon never told us for years that he heard voices or that exactly what his symptoms were. He would say, I can't tell you. You know, our friends were very supportive, especially in one organization that we were very active with. What worked for us when our son first got sick is to gather as much information about the disease as we could, find the right doctor, find exactly the right diagnosis with a huge, a wonderful expert, and then set about finding the right meds and never, ever giving up. It's unconditional love. We also learned that never be satisfied with good enough, get the best. But because of the psychological discrimination that goes on related to mental illness, which now we call it brain illness, because it's physical, and that kind of gives people the signal that it's nothing to be ashamed of. These diseases within a family can tear a family apart. And the reason is that you love that person so much, and it hurts you so much to see them going through this. Yes, you have to have the medication, you have to have the therapy, and you always need to help each other, help that person. This is a physical brain disorder. It's biologically based. It has nothing to do with anything that we have done. I think Brandon is the most non-judgmental person I've ever met. And when I see people acting in a way that previously I wouldn't approve of, I look beyond that and think, wonder what they're going through or why they're acting that way. And they must have some issues. I think that he self-manages really well. I think another thing that happened in his life is he had changed medications at one point. The new medication helped him get his emotions back, and then he fell in love, and he and Nancy have a wonderful marriage, and it's been almost 9 years now.